exactly.
Kavitha's success journey is one of the most interesting success journey. She had so many things to do, such a busy schedule that a, a working mom with two daughters and a husband to take care and multiple other things she had to do. But she kept on moving, she kept on moving, she kept on moving. She's a detail oriented person and she worked on it. She went into depth of the knowledge and what she taken it out are the pearls. And finally, she found those pearls and she got the value of it yesterday. She cleared from USA PMP exam. Kavita, first of all, congratulations. How do you
Thank you, man.
how do you feel after clearing it?
Relaxed. So,
What was your feeling a day before all of you are?
so yeah, the day before I knew like, okay, I'm prepared. There is nothing else. I have revised the concepts and everything. It's just the time. Um, I have to manage the time, and those things are going to be my challenge. I know. So, but other than that, I was feeling confident after taking, those many marks, and like there are some questions like I have, I don't agree on the answers, and I don't understand like all those things. Even though I understand, but it's always like between two options, as you say, right? But other than that, like I revised the concepts and everything, so I know it's going to be on a situational questions. No matter how much we go through all the questions, it's going to be different questions and stuff. So the day before was like uh, just preparing the final thing, and then just a little bit conscious about okay, managing my time.
Hmm, hmm. So it's more about how we manage that time, how we get into that. That was the most important thing. But you had exam tension. Now that's a
Because
very
the 4 hours, kind of like 3 to 4 hours, maintaining my focus is little difficult for me. So that's why it was, not on the concept or the subject or everything, like just keeping my focus, how I'm going to, keep that focus. So that's
okay.
was going to be my little worry.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Like this is so true that when you have to sit for 4 hours and but you did solve some questions like six full marks, I guess, 3 to 4 full marks. So, but you that was time box. So how you are able to do that in that pattern case?
You mean in mocks?
Yes, yes, the mocks were
Yeah,
with the
in
timer.
math, that's what like that was the like toughest part for me. Like not solving the questions, but sitting for those long and taking those mocks and doing RCA. It is really like and keeping my focus and all those things. So I think 180 marks I did only three, but 60 marks I take breaks and not continuously and stuff. So yeah, that's how I kind of maintained it.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's an important thing. How you kept on moving, uh, how you kept on moving one step at a time, one step at a time, and you got your things done. Okay, let's talk about the exam day. Okay, when you went to the exam, you give the exam. How did you manage time in the exam?
So that's what I think Mohit and I also talked about it like earlier before his I think after his exam. So the first 25 questions 30 so total to 30 minutes. First 25 30 minutes, and then for every 20 first 20 questions 30 minutes. If we just keep it that way, so second 20 minutes is another 25. Second, another the last 20 questions is another 25. So it's 200, 175, 150, and then again 125, 150 to 125, and 125 to 100, and then 100 to 75. So I had that kind of like every 20 minutes, every 20 questions, I always check the time whether I where I am, and all those things. So that kind of helped me because and one more thing is, while doing mocks, even 60 question mocks, I always set my timer on my phone, like in YouTube timer, I think is there. I set my questions for, set my timer for 230 minutes. I don't look at the timer on the mock because that's an hour minutes format. But just to get used to the real exam format, I put the timer on my phone for 230 minutes or 150 to count down that way. So so I'm kind of getting used to where I am to look at the time and to know where I am. So that
Hmm.
kind of helped me.
Okay.
That is one of the tip I would say.
Okay.
And then the first segment I finished it 5 minutes before, so 1:55 or something. And then second segment also I finished 5 minutes, same, just 5 minutes before, so 80 minutes. But then the last segment was tough for me. So I didn't even have time to review, even though I marked the questions for review, but I didn't have time for review.
Hmm.
So that
Okay.
last segment was very tough for me.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
also, I don't know whether because I'm kind of drained out and all those things. So, yeah, it was a little tough. And then one more thing was when we mark the questions for review, I heard unless you remove all the review, then we cannot submit or something. But I just want to clarify that even if we mark it for review, we can just end the review session without
Hmm.
reviewing or marking, unmarking those.
Hmm.
So.
Okay. Okay. That's an important thing. Okay. That's a good thing to look into that context. Which area was mostly highlighted in the exam?
Agile, all over agile team and servant leader mentality. So just having agile, strong and team, and then having servant leader mentality. That was the whole thing for me. And then risk here and there, and I don't know whether anything quality was there. And then
Hmm.
cost was there a little bit, and but majority was agile and team.
Hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. That's an important thing to look into that. Agile is still the most important thing. How we worked into that way, how we get those things done into the minimum time. Okay, so how important random walks were?
Random walks were very, very tough. The 60 question random walks, the ones that you said 5 to 11 are very, very tough. But all the marks really helped to set the mentality right, to know what to, which answer choice to choose. It's always going to be between two. Even in exam, two we can easily eliminate, but the other two, it's going to be hard. So to decide between those two. So those definitely helped.
Hmm. So it was difficult and challenging to look into that and worked into that pattern way. Okay. Kavita, you are a mom of two daughters and you have a house to look forward and you have multiple things to take over. You are not that person that who is free to take things. You have to manage 100 things and then take out time for PMP. You took your time. You took like two and not much time, I would say, because your journey actually started in batch three with Mohit and all. So batch five is in progress. So I would say 2 months, and in that 2 month for 10 days you were sick, right?
Yeah,
You were really sick. So let's say it's a journey of 60 days or 55 days with 10 days when you were sick, so 45 days.
yeah.
How a person living in US, now working moms living in India, Pakistan, they have different family sport. I'm just assuming that they have. I'm not saying everyone has. So here you are alone because I'm exactly in the same scenario. My wife cleared PGMP last Wednesday. So I know
Yeah.
that how the things are. So what strategy you took and what will be your advice to others?
So, um, when actually, as you might know, like I joined in batch one, but then because of family emergency, I had to take 1.5 months break and then join. I didn't even finish the course in first batch. Just 3 days attended the training, but then I couldn't continue. And then batch three. So when during batch three, like for the topic questions, I was doing all good. But then when I got access to simulator, when looking at those many marks and how much time it's going to take, I was like so scared. How am I going to do it? But then I think as Lindsay said, getting up early in the morning and then doing it late. So it's kind of like the marks and keeping the timing was very difficult for me. So I always do it the time where I can focus. And also one of the other success journey, one of the other person said she listened to it while cooking and all those things. So I did the same thing while driving. I listened to some mastery series, and cooking and because otherwise when I cook, I used to, okay, now I'm going to take time to relax and listen to something else. But then to keep the momentum, to keep the mindset, and not to get distracted and everything. So I started listening to whatever the coaching calls or whatever is available, mastery series and all those things. So that was helpful.
Okay. Okay, that's important thing. Now let's go into that. How other people can do it.
Hmm.
How other people, what would be your advice to them in all scenarios? Most of the students, so how they can do it? What are the steps you would recommend them to do it?
The first and foremost thing, what you are saying, one is greater than zero, doing it every day, like not taking a break, just keeping the momentum going. That is the very, very important thing. Even my delay was because, I lost the momentum in between a little bit. So otherwise, it's easily possible to do it even 1 month, 45 days, very easy,
Very
if
easy.
we keep the momentum going.
Okay, if you keep the momentum going. So the most important thing is our mantra one is greater than zero. We need to build the momentum. We need to keep moving forward. We need to keep things done. Uh, so
Because we get better at the timing and all those things when we keep doing it without giving a break. That's what actually I would like to thank Venkat, Om, Prabhu, Mohit, Lindsay, everybody who answered my questions. Venkat especially, he was very tireless answering questions anytime. And so I keep telling Prabhu the same thing, just don't lose the momentum, keep, book your exam.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So now I'm coming to that thing. It took me 5 years to build that community where Venkat,
Mhm.
where every single person basically come, answer the question, answers, give their time, etc. etc. Now it's your job. Now it's your job. Whenever I know you are very busy schedule, even after this you have a plan. I know that all those things, but whenever you have
Sure, sure,
whenever you have
definitely.
time, uh, give your opinion. Now this is a very important thing that sometimes we say that, okay, I don't know it's a right or wrong, doesn't matter. Give your own opinion. Give your
Yeah.
own opinion that, okay, I think, because you are among those people that who went into the depth of the question answers, who went into detail, and who gave their own answers according to that pattern way, right? Even
Mm.
you agree, disagree, but that's a different thing. Now you are a certified PMP. Now that's the most important thing. So whenever anyone asks question, each one teach one is the mantra of the game. Each one teach
Definitely.
one is the name of the game. So please give your 2 cents. Please give something, because I believe in a community. And you see, for me, if I can hire 5 people also, but still I cannot get the most what you guys are doing. This is the most proudest thing for me. People like Venkat, people like Anam, people like Abdullah, everyone helping each other in a different way to add value. That so each one teach one is the mantra of the game, that we keep on working into that. Uh, Anyone has any question that they would like to ask Kavitha, one of the most popular PMP aspirant in our group. We had at different times multiple popular, but currently, as of now, she is the most popular PMP aspirant in all the coaching calls, because she had question to ask, and for me, that is the most important thing. Yes, Renuka, go ahead.
Yeah. Congratulations, Kavitha.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, I have basic question. Did you have? I'm worried about the calculations question. Did it come? Any calculation questions?
No, nothing for me. Just a schedule variance, cost variance. They give a graph, and ask, what action should be taken and the stuff. I know in mocks, like we have questions about float and other things. So I think maybe those need to be updated or something. So don't worry about too much. I didn't have any of those questions.
Okay. And drag and drop?
Yeah, drag and drop, there were many, and graph questions was there. So yeah, those were there for sure.
Okay. That drag and drop, were it direct questions or like
Yeah, those were like all questions that we practice, in our the solve drag and drop, right?
okay.
So
Okay.
those will be very helpful.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Kavitha.
Sure,
Okay.
sure, sure.
Okay.
Thank you, Anam. Thank you. Even I would like to mention Anam, Wasim, and Swan as well, from our batch one group. So we kept in touch, and thanks
Okay.
for
Okay.
joining, Anam.
How difficult exam was as compared to simulator? Let's compare it 180 and random mocks. How difficult it was?
So mine was not very difficult like random marks, I would
Hmm.
say. But a simulator is the last ATP questions that you gave, right? Just before after finishing the simulator, the last six question sets that you gave. So it was little tougher than that.
Hmm. Tougher
Yeah,
than that. What about
yeah.
the random mocks?
So the random mark actually it gave me headache. The 5 to 11, as I said, it was very, very difficult, and it was, hard to understand and all those stuff. But it wasn't, the questions are like you are able to follow the questions easily in the PMP exam. At least in my experience, it was quite,
Hmm.
good questions. Like not very tricky, too much tricky, and all those things. So.
Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, somebody I guess raised their hand. Okay.
Length of question. So mine was like 5 to 6 line was like for about maybe every 20 question like that, but majority of it was like 2 to 3 lines or 3 to 4 lines.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Great. Great.
How
Okay.
about time management?
Thank you very much, Kavitha. Do send me now. You know, in the questions in the exam, we will be using in the PMP marathon. I will be using questions from you. You will be very busy from tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So
Yeah.
try to make 10 to 20 question according to you, which you think are must to know. And they will, you know how important PMP marathon is, how
Mhm.
important those questions are. And yeah, thank you, Venkat. And she had a special thanks for you. I guess you joined late. Venkat is here. Now you can say it.
Oh, really? Thank you, Venkat. Thank you so
No, no,
much
no
for.
problem. No, no, no problem at all. No problem at all. It's all your hard work. Yeah, once in a while, yeah, you might have someone chipping in to kind of support you, but the real credit goes to you and, of course, Amir, who's been kind of guiding you all along.
Yes, thank you. But like you were always very relentless in answering all my questions. Thank you so much. And of course, I would like to thank Amir here. I mentioned everyone else, but Amir, your relentless support and follow up, and actually that makes a huge difference. If I have to prepare this on my own, probably I would not have kept the motivation, or I might have taken really long or something. But yeah, this group and the amazing, the group of people and you especially is definitely very, very helpful.
Thank you very much. I don't need like to somebody to say thank you also. For me, you clearing the exam, that is the biggest thank you and biggest motivation for me right now. That is like for me, taking the student who really go into depth and working with them. I'm not a calm person, all of you know that. I get triggered like that, but for me working with them, that helps me to grow. So thank you very much for giving the opportunity. Kavita, do make questions, send me those questions, and do make a picture of it, and we'll work at, I'll put it your journey probably by tomorrow.
Sure,
Thank you
sure.
very much, Kavita.
Thank you, everyone who participated in my journey, and all my batchmates and everyone in the master group. Thank you so much. You
Thank
all
you.
wish you all good luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Okay, guys. Uh, Anam and Abdullah, see you in the PMI SB class in 1 minute.